welcome back to another Creative Fighter video on UFC 4. Today we're making Floyd Money Mayweather. I thought it'd be perfectly timed right now since he's fighting this weekend, and I just wanted to get this video out for you guys. I do not have a Logan Paul build at this current moment, maybe in the future, but I didn't really feel like making one, but I wanted to make one for Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, before we get into this video though, I'd really appreciate if you guys would please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Creative Fighter videos. And here's the daily meme.
$7,000 for this car, but I got a slight dent in the back.
There you go. Alright, so let's hop right into this video. Alright, so fighter type. Obviously, powerhouse. He's a boxer. I've made like 3 boxers in a row recently, so yeah, he's just a boxer. That's all he is. Alright, general info. He's a male. 155. He usually is around 150 as his like usual weight, but in this game 150 you're at a major disadvantage if you're underweight. So yeah, he's 5'8". Floyd Mayweather, pretty boy was the best nickname I could find. Money Floyd, his social media. I made it Flint MI because he is from Great Rapids, but Great Rapids is not a place in this game. He is 44 at this current moment. He is an orthodox fighter. I thought Eyebrow was the best. You also could do Nate Diaz. Either one of these are fine, but Eyebrow one brings out more in him. You know, it's either. And walkout music, you know, I don't really have that on because I turned off music a long time ago in this game. Alright, start off with his hair. Alright, so there is 2 different choices that I've picked out for this. So you can go with his bald look, or you can go with number 10, with his hair, since right now he has, you know, hair. So, yeah. Next, the eyebrows. Eyebrows number 4. They will look a little faded because we're going to add some extra stuff to it. His facial hair, I gave him number 13, and you might be wondering how the heck I got this cool looking, like, beard with it. I'll get to that. And his body hair is 0, and all of this is black. That's the color. Alright, moving on to his head. The template is 17. Alright. His protrusion for his head is 50. His height is 37 of his head. And the size of his head is 98. His brow, his shape is 53. His height is 50. His width is 50. His protrusion is 50. All for the brow. His eyes, the symmetry is 49. His height is 47. Separation is 14, depth is 100, fold is 0, shape is 100, tilt is 43. His cheeks, the bulk of them is 46, the width is 2, and his position is 60 of his cheeks. His ears, the protrusion is 50, the earlobes are 50, and 0 cauliflowers. You can give him cauliflowers if you want to, though. His nose, his tip position is 67, his protrusion is 53, his bridge is 36, his break is 50, his position is 82, his tip protrusion is 26, his tip shape is 0, his tip width is 54, his nostril tilt is 51, his nostril size is 86, his nostril width is 21. The jaw. Depth is 50, height is 27, his width is 0 of his cheeks, or his jaw, and the bulk is 65. His chin, height is 61, his width of his chin is 24, and his protrusion is 83. The mouth, bite is 34, corners are 100, height is 24, width is 50, and protrusion is 69. Alright, now for his lips. His tilt is 50, his upper shaped lip is 100, and his lower shaped lip is 76. Go over it again real slowly for you guys. If you missed out, you could always pause the video at any time. Alright. Now for the eyes, his eyes are brown. The body is number 3, so basically it's the basic default character's body, and the skin is 9. Alright, so the tattoos. We're going to start kind of from the bottom and make ourselves light up. Alright, so we're going to start off with his eyebrows. So basically how you want this is that you want it like kind of pointing out to put a little bit of shape in his eyebrows, because what we're basically getting is that we're getting like really flat eyebrows and we're just trying to make them a little bit more dense. One thing I did notice is that when you're slowly making this, you got to be careful about the eyebrows. Make sure it's not. Make sure his eyebrows aren't taller than his actual eyebrows, because if they are, they will make him look like he, plucked his eyebrows. You don't want him to look like that. So you take two of them. This is the Angels and Demons number 1. You want to make the tip, make it a little bit big for you. You kind of want it like this, and you want it faded a little bit. Make sure that the head is in, because you want his eyebrows to be a little bit more thicker and longer, and I believe this was the best one. So you want to do it for that. Then we also want to do the Irizumi 3 as the eyebrow part. Go here, and basically completing the gap. You do this on both sides. Just what you want to do is that you just duplicate it and bring it over and flip it with square. So yeah, and that's the same for that. Now this is the inside of his eye, basically giving his eyes a little bit of shade. You do want to drop the opacity down, because you don't want to make it super noticeable, because it kind of is ugly to have like this weird like misshaped colors on your side of your eyes. But yeah, it's just supposed to make him have his eyes a little bit more like deafened in and darkered. So yeah, then we put this clear coat kind of shape 99 over his eye, or around his eye even. That's my bad. Around his eye, so that it gives a little bit of tension on his eye. You can make it a little bit darker if you want to. Just whatever you really want with them. Now, onto this. This is his beard. The beard is made by the Izumi 3, the one we used earlier. And we basically coat his entire face with it and going around in a circle. Now, I do see that I made a mistake here, so we're gonna fix that real quick. We want to make sure that it completely goes around perfect and it looks natural. So it goes click right here, click right here, click right here. The cool thing about this build is that there's many different ways you can make this. You can make it with Floyd with no beard if you don't want to, with hair. You can make it with bald with no beard. You can make it full with beard and a hair. You can give him so much extra stuff, so much different stuff. And also you want to make sure it's like the smallest size, because with all that you can just make him, there's basically so many builds for Floyd Mayweather. It's just pretty nice that if you want to do whatever you want with him. And then finally onto the last tattoos. These tattoos are to fade in his side a little bit so it looks a little bit darker. For example, you want to give him this, and it looks kind of natural because it's making his underbeard a little bit darker, and then it's making the side a little bit more like in detailed with the skin. I always like this tattoo because it always just looks really nice for some reason to me. So yep, so we have it on both sides, and you want to keep just dropping the opacity until it blends in with the skin, because this is what you're naturally going to get. And you can definitely tell that there's a color difference, so you want to drop it as much as possible until you get down to like the natural color. So you guys, that's all his tattoos. But to give you an example, this is the head. Don't want to screw up his head. If you want to, you can give him the hair look. I personally like the hair look a lot, but you can give him that hair. You also can give him the cornrows if you want to, but I just didn't think he looked good in that. You also could give him this hair, because that's one of the current hairs that he had when he was at the Logan Paul press conference. Or you could just make him bald, which I'm going to keep him bald because he just looks good. Or you can just make him have like faint hair. Maybe if you wanted to give him the Tyron Woodley hair, whatever. If you want to remove his beard and just make him have the goatee like that, there you go. But I think it gives it more definition if you give him the full beard, because of, how much his beard is right now. Like, he really has grown it out for the fight, so I honestly like this build a lot more. Finally, with the clothing, just gave him the basic black boxing, gave him the red gloves, and the carbon mouthpiece. So yeah, guys, that's about it for Floyd Money Mayweather. I hope you guys liked this video. If you do, please give a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Also, leave it down in the comments who you think's gonna win this fight this weekend. I believe that Floyd Mayweather will absolutely dominate Logan Paul because Floyd Mayweather is the GOAT of boxing. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later.
Now